In this final chapter, we reflect on Mohbad's legacy, the cancellation of Naira Marley, the roles of VDM, Iyabo Ojo, Samklef, TundeEdnut, Nigerians, and the lessons that all of us must learn from what happened to Mohbad. Can there be forgiveness at the end of the day? Can Nigeria heal? Because when a young man dies, a nation must pause. And when his spine is wrapped in pain, suspicion, and chaos, that nation must learn. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So Mohbad's passing left wounds, in fact, very, very deep wounds, on all of us, not just his parents. His mother wept openly, accusing powers she could not fight. His father faced Nigerians' wrath for rushing his burial. But what could he have done at that time, I ask? Because when that thing happened at that time, a lot of people, the blame was coming from everywhere. We were not there. We didn't know what he faced. The anger, the confusion, okay? But we were also quick to vent our anger on him. Okay, now Mohbad's son, little Liam, we grow up with stories of betrayal instead of lullaby. And don't forget, this boy is going to grow up tomorrow with all the issues around DNA or no DNA. These are the things this boy is going to grow up tomorrow. Is that not going to be very a bad experience for him? I'm just wondering. Okay, and I don't want to go into that DNA or no DNA at this time because that is not the subject of this conversation. Okay, and Naira Marley, once a street king, now a pariah, cancelled completely, mocked, haunted. His Malian Records empire scattered. And even as I do this video, I'm just wondering how he's going to ever be able to stand up again. Nigerians don't even want to hear his songs again. His name is now tied forever with Mohbad's tragedy. But let's talk about lessons, my people, at this time. And I'm going to take it this way. For the likes of Iyabo Ojo, very dark man, our own very dark man, turned to DK, Samklef, and all Nigerians, to all of us, okay? I want to say this. Number one, stop rushing to judgment. Yes, you heard me well. We must stop rushing to judgment. Number two, we must stop letting emotions override reason because that was exactly what happened to almost all of us, including the likes of Iyabo Ojo, including our own very dark man, including Tonto DK Samklef, all of us. We were so emotional and we let our emotions override our sense of reasoning. Yes. Number three, not everything online is true. Yes, we need to learn that and learn that really fast. That not all the videos, not all the audios that you see are true. Some could be true, but they may not have happened at the time they were being, brandished all over the place. So we must not take everything online as true. Okay? And number four, social media trials can destroy beyond repair. Because in this Mohbad's saga, I'm sure all of us will have discovered that social media played a very big role. And now it has caused a lot of destruction beyond repair. Yes, in so many areas on this Mohbad issue. A lot of enemies have been made. And that is on top of the fact that we still don't have closure up to this time. So for Naira Marley, what are his lessons? Or what are the lessons for Naira Marley? Naira Marley, if you hear the sound of my voice at this time, this is for you. Togri may sell music. That's number one. Togri may sell music, but it destroys legacy. Number two, a label built on fear cannot raise stars. I'm telling you, if you build your record label or even anything that you build on fear, cannot raise people, cannot raise stars. Even if it does, It cannot last. Look at the likes of Zinoliski, Fabian Blue. Where are they now? This is not to mock anyone. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not mocking Zinoliski and I'm not mocking Fabian Blue. I'm just talking about the lessons, for all of us and especially for Naira Marley at this time. Number 3, public perception is powerful. It can kill careers faster than bullets. You see, if your public perception out there is all of thuggery, negativity, promotion of illicit whatever substances and the rest, that is the perception people are going to have of you out there. And I tell you, for the long haul, that will kill the career of anybody coming out of that label faster than anything. Number 4, bullying is poison. Yes, bullying of any nature, of any kind, is poison. It eats the soul of both the victim and the perpetrator. And I think this Mohbad's tragedy has eloquently, explained this number 4, this bullying. It's a poison, honestly. And it eats the soul of both the victim and the perpetrator. I don't want to explain further than that, but I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Okay? But beyond individuals, Nigeria itself must learn. Yes, Nigeria must learn. And we will all learn the hard way, right? As VDM always says. Now, the police failed Mohbad. That's what I think. The system failed Mohbad. That's what I think. That's why Nigerians turned to social media as justice. Because they couldn't find justice coming from anywhere. It wasn't looking obvious that they would find it anywhere else. So they turned to social media justice. But is that sustainable for a country? Or are we setting a dangerous trend right now? Because as the Yorubas say, you cannot judge a case with eyes clouded by anger. You cannot do that. That is why today, we still don't have closure. We still don't have closure. No one truly punished. No justice. Just hashtags and memories. That's all we get. And that's what we are getting. So what's next? I'm asking, what is next? We must call for calm. Yes, you heard me well. We must call for forgiveness. We must call for healing. For Mohbad to be given a befitting remembrance. And if possible, maybe they can, I don't want to say that, but some people have mentioned giving him a befitting burial. But me, I'm saying maybe giving him a befitting remembrance or whatever. Something has to be done for the sake of closure. For his parents, the reason why you see I'm deliberately not talking about the DNA is this. You see, those who are going to be able to do this DNA, I think it's going to be the dad. That's his granddad of Liam. So if he's going to do that on his own volition with support of Nigerians or people who believe in the cause, fine and good. I don't have a problem with that. But if that is not going to happen, for God's sake, Mohbad has to be given a closure. He needs to rest. That's what I'm advocating for. And that is why I'm talking about forgiveness. Because a lot of us have made mistakes along the line. Not just Iyabo Ojo. Not just even VDM. Because even VDM, at the beginning, called for the cancellation of Naira Marley. So all of us, we reacted based on emotion. So we made mistakes here and there. No one was left out in this mistake galore. So that is why I'm asking for forgiveness at this time. That is why I'm asking for healing at this time. And that is why I'm asking for a befitting remembrance or burial for this guy, so that his spirit can rest. And I'm also calling that, look, whatever it takes, his parents and his son, because he's still his son, for all we know, until DNA proves otherwise. So I'm going to call for the support of his parents and the son until DNA proves us otherwise or something, okay? Because only then can this soul of the late Mohbad truly rest. Only then can Imole truly shine again. And I want to just end by saying this. These are my final thoughts right now. My people, Light never dies, it only changes form. Mohbad's light now shines as a lesson, a mirror, and a call to conscience. May Nigeria never lose another Emole this way again. And with this, I'm going to just end it really fast because I don't want it to be too long. And this brings to an end this series on the video done by Naira Marley, and we have just concluded that series. Okay, what do you think about this three series so far? Because at the end of the day, I'm calling for forgiveness, and I'm calling for we to remember Imole so that we can have a closure. I'm also calling for support for his parents and for the son, until DNA proves us otherwise. What do you think about this story? Okay, feel free to go to the comment section and leave your thoughts right there. Okay, I'll be back soon. God bless you. Bye bye.